Oh, good morning, everybody. I'm in a town called Lugoff. I think that's the name of it, Lugoff, South Carolina. And I just woke up, so, you know, I thought I'm going to shoot a video this morning, and you get morning hair and all. So, anyways, what I wanted to do this morning was make oatmeal the way that I make oatmeal in the truck. But I just figured I'd just fill you in. I'd just let you see my my life out here. This is my water. I like distilled water. And I'm not making breakfast right this second there. But this is what I do in the morning. Hey, hey. Good old Metamucil. Start your day with Metamucil. This is really cool stuff. It's good for your heart. It's good for, I mean, any research that I've done on it anyway. It's good for, what do they call it? It helps fight cancer. And I don't know if it does or not. And what it does do, which is really cool, you will not have explosive diarrhea if you drink this stuff all the time, but at the same time, you don't have any problems going either. Pretty cool stuff, good stuff. When you're using the truck stop restrooms, you don't want to spend any more time in there than you have to anyway. So I'm gonna do the dishes here because I figure rather than get a new cup every time, I just do this and I save money. So anyways, that being said, I'm going to put that there. Got to start the day with some coffee. My little coffee decanter is a little lackluster there. I'm dropping the ball as far as getting ready for the shoot. Uh-oh, down to the last filter. Thought I'd have enough to get through the rest of the week, but I think it's Friday morning. Kind of doesn't matter. I'm picking up today. I'm dropping off in Johnsonville, I think is the name of the town. Johnsonville, South Carolina. Then I'm picking up somewhere immaterial and heading back to Michigan, the old home state, up to the yard. I think I deliver on the 1st, which probably is Monday, but I don't know. So anyways, set this back out of the way. Let's start that out. What I'm going to make today is oatmeal. And you'll think, well, that's simple enough. But the way I do it, I do it for traveling. I make it, what I'm going to do is I'll utilize this. I take the Metamucil at night before I go to bed, and then I take it in the morning when I wake up. And what I'll do, rather than waste a new cup, and I've done the dishes, so I got a relatively clean cup that only I've been using, so just my cooties, that's it. And I'm gonna make the oatmeal in that. So what I want to do, let me get my cool rays out because I can't see a thing. Time for some glasses. or grasses, as my brother would say. And I don't think I want to use a half cup. Half cup's kind of big. I'm going to use a half cup. A Heart Smart serving of oatmeal is 3/4 of a cup of oatmeal. That's if you're cooking it in a pan. I use Folgers oatmeal. Not really. This is that good old Quaker Oats, but I get the Quick Oats because I don't make them. I don't want to set up my stove and stuff, so I'm going to just pour half a cup in there. Yay. And I'll set this, where do I want to set this? I'll set that there for now, because I need to dust it off before I clean it or put it away. Should have had a story to tell while the coffee was going, but I didn't. I had a friend, well, I still have a friend, hopefully he's watching. Whoa, I'm going to throw the brown sugar in there. Yeah, maybe a little more. It's Friday. Oh, that's too much, but yeah, I won't let you see. So there's the brown sugar. Now, I ran out of butter. So, for a long time I was putting this coconut oil in there. And then I discovered, through a friend of mine, who, she found out she had diabetes. And I'm trying to get her to get an Instagram channel where she can tell you what she eats every day. Because in just a short time, a couple of months, maybe a little more than that, 90 days, she lost 45 pounds. And I keep telling her name is Carol, and I keep saying, Carol, make an Instagram channel. You don't have to do anything special. Just when you have breakfast, take a picture of it and say what you had. When you have lunch, take a picture of it and say what you had, and call it What's Carol Eating or something. You know, just something simple. It doesn't have to be anything big or difficult, and I think it would be really helpful to a whole lot of people. And all they'd have to do is follow her channel and eat what she says. One of the things, though, coconut oil gets hard. It has a melting point right around 78, or if it gets above, so that's coconut oil, baby. We're going to throw that in there. But coconut oil gets hard, and she said you shouldn't put anything in your body, however it is in its natural state. You shouldn't put it in there. So butter would actually be a better alternative, or not an alternative. Butter is, you know, that's been the mainstay since man's been able to make butter, but if you eat something and it hardens up, then is it going to do the same thing in your arteries? So Carol's doctor's advice was don't eat coconut oil for that reason. Now, a lot of people really like coconut oil. I'm one of them. I like it. And when I don't have butter, I will actually butter my toast with coconut oil, which you're going to see in a few minutes because I don't have butter. So we got the oatmeal, half a cup of oatmeal. This is just a 20-ounce cup, or no, it's a 16-ounce cup. I get them at Walmart for 98 cents. Holy crap, you know. And so for 98 cents, I get 20 16-ounce cups. And as you saw, I don't eat oatmeal every day. Usually I like the eggs. I did the hard-boiled eggs video, and if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But I usually like to have the hard-boiled eggs in the morning, excuse me, and toast. And But today I've been wanting to make a oatmeal video, you know, which sounds like, boy, what a great aspiration to have a goal of making an oatmeal video. But I wanted to make the oatmeal video because I show you how I do it. Because if you're not shooting a video and sitting here talking for 10 minutes, you can make your oatmeal and be ready to go in 5 minutes and be heading down the road, and eat your oatmeal while you're going down the road. So, and that's why I put it in a glass or in a cup, because I can set it in my cup holder, and it's thick, so it's not sloshing around or anything like that. So, and then you can just go down the road and drink it. You know, when you get done, just, you know, give the old cup the deep six, and life goes on. You can hear my coffee making a bunch of racket back there. I guess while that's going on, we'll get this ready. Oh, let me get my water back up here. This thing right here is a just a second, I gotta fill it up to the line. I dumped it out when I moved trucks. Usually I just set it in the cupboard the way it is. Get this out of the way. See, I'm looking at my monitor. So I got this electric teapot or tea kettle, I guess it would be. I got it at the Salvation Army store, and not because I was looking for a tea kettle, although I wanted one for in the truck. I found this one at the Salvation Army for $2.99, and it was brand new, man. I don't think anybody ever used it. And so anyway, it works like a champion. In a previous video, I talked about my refrigerator, having it on a surge protector. So I have it on a surge protector with a switch on it, and so I reach up and I shut the old refrigerator off before I turn this baby on, because this one, I think it's about 900 watts, maybe 1200. And my coffee's finally done. I'll turn that off too, because I don't want to use any more power than I have to. I have a 1850 watt inverter under the bed here, and so 1850 watts, and I'm using 1200 watts. So if I have anything else on, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to have a problem with the inverter. So it's not a big deal. It'll just it'll shut itself off. So on that happy note, we got the tea kettle going now, and that'll take a minute. I guess while I'm doing that, I'll reach up, get my bread out of the microwave. Keep your bread in the microwave because it won't get smashed. I talked about this in an earlier video, actually in the one about the hard-boiled eggs. I love this Hawaiian, it's a half loaf, and it's made by the Lewis. And man, is this stuff good. It's just like the Hawaiian King bread, except it's not made with high fructose corn syrup, and I'm not a big fan of high fructose corn syrup, although I do consume it daily, as we all do. You can't avoid it anymore. It's in everything that we eat. So this baby goes pretty quick, so I can feel it's got a little heat already. This one here, I'm sure, is 1200 watts or better, so I can actually plug it in, but I can't use it, because if I use it, guess what's going to happen? This will that'll shut off my inverter. So I keep my toaster down low. Get my toast ready to go, baby. Yeah, this I'm in a brand new truck. I just got it Monday, and I came into work. They asked me what time I could be in, so I told them I'd be there at 12:30. And then when I got there, while I was driving down, the shop called me up, and they said, "Hey, you're scheduled to have a new truck, and so you got to move out of your truck. Well, guys that work in the shop and dispatchers that sit at a desk in the office every day, they don't understand how much stuff is in a truck. And with the electronic logs, man, you can do something at the beginning of the week that affects your whole week. And so all this week, I've been having trouble keeping up with my excuse me, my appointment times. And fortunately, most of the places that I go to anyway are drop and hook, and they're not, you know, they'll give you an appointment time because there's a little box on the screen that they have to put a time in, and it comes up on the PeopleNet with your load instructions. So they call that populating the field. So they have to put a number in there. So a lot of times that's what I get, is a number that it just has, it's a window, it's a ballpark range of when they hope to have you there. So hopefully that's what today is. And then I pick up my other load and start heading back to Michigan. I'm hoping to be back in Michigan tomorrow, but I'm not too far from Myrtle Beach, so I might have to drive a little bit more tomorrow than I would hope to, but you know, that'll at least get me in for Sunday. So water's getting nice and warm. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, and I'm sure this thing is, yeah, it's cheap enough it doesn't have a little safety button, so you know, so maybe I'll hold it up to the camera, fog up the lens or something. Now, like I said, if you're not shooting a video, if you're not sitting here trying to think of things to say, you'll be able to do this in just a couple of minutes. Got a little dust from the move. Don't tell anybody. I love my Waffle House cup, baby. Ah, you can see the steam coming out of there, hopefully. Now this is the Farberware coffee cup, or coffee decanter. It's got this top on it that is really a pain in the butt, only in the sense that when you pour it, I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. Excuse me. But I'll demonstrate a little closer what it does. When you tip it down, man, when you tip it down, this lid fills up with condensation or steam or whatever, and when you tip it to pour it, it all comes down to the corners here, and so you're pouring off of here, but there's steam, you know, the drips of water are coming off over here, so you got to be careful or you'll have condensation or steam or whatever all over you. Oh baby, look at that go. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't want to get too close because it'll steam it up. So anyway, I got plenty of hot water. Now, a thing that I used to do before I bought this was I would heat the water up in my coffee maker and use that, and that works really good. Now this water, I have no formula here. I got half a cup of water, so you're going to want at least 2 cups or a cup of hot water. But what I do, look at that, man, it's boiling like crazy. I hope you can see that. The water is still boiling, but it's also working the bubbles out of the oatmeal. Now you have to stir this. You don't have to stir it continuously. I don't mind letting it set for a minute, but quick oats cook in what, 1 minute or something like that. So if you're just putting hot water in here and your water is hot enough, that's the important thing. Why I quit using my coffee maker, because my coffee maker is plenty hot enough to make oatmeal with. But when I was a kid, we would make, my mom would buy us malt oatmeal or cream of rice, cream of wheat, cocoa wheats, and your coffee maker doesn't make the water, it doesn't get the water hot enough to make those kind of things. And cream of rice, I like that, so I had that in the truck, and I just just couldn't make it unless I cooked it, you know, and I don't like to dirty my pan if I don't have to, you know. I mean, the cleanup on using my electric skillet, which that's what I would have to make cream of rice in if I wanted to get it hot enough without this. But then you got to clean up a pan, and when you got anybody that's ever made cream of rice, cream of wheat, cocoa wheat, anything like that, knows that's a chore cleaning that up. So let's get this going. Toast. My mom likes to have toast in the morning, and my brother is an animator of people, so he will make sound effects or talk, narrate what's going on. So my mother would wake up in the morning, come out and make her toast, and come to the table with her toast on a plate, and my brother would always say, toast, toast, you know, like she was before she had her toast monster. And then she'd have her toast and life would be grand. Woo! The old toaster, is that a Oster or something like a Rival? Got that at Wally World. It was almost $7, like $6.99 or something. Not saying everything has to be a bargain, but why not in the truck? Especially if you're gonna, I better turn that around. Especially if you're gonna bounce down the road and it's gonna break anyway. So go to Salvation Army or the Goodwill, or you know, got my microwave at the Goodwill for $10. I wasn't planning on buying it. I just found it one day and I thought, hey, $10, what the heck, you know? Quits working, it quits working. I'd rather have one that matched my my coffee maker though, the black and stainless. Maybe I'll do that later down the road. My toast smells wonderful. I'm gonna have to do, oh, here we go. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. You know, this coconut oil down a little deeper is more of a liquid. Let's get this out of the shot here. I don't know if you can see it, but it melts really fast. So unless it's soft in here, sometimes it's like bricks in here. It's like hard, and it doesn't have to get that cold. In the wintertime, man, forget about it. But in the summertime, sometimes you'll open that up and it'll be liquid. So I'm lucking out because I'm in the south. It's probably, I can't see what the temperature is, but I'm sure it's close to 90 already. Let me get this put away. Oh yeah, here's some cool stuff too. Let me clear the set here. Yeah, keep that down in the bottom. Oh, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, toast connoisseurs. That makes fantastic soap, or toast. It also makes really good sandwiches because the bread is sweet. It's a beautiful thing. I just wiped that off. Oh, thank you. So good. A little, what do you call that? A nickel's worth of free advice. These styrofoam cups, especially when they get nice and warm, because you have this thick liquid in there, they get nice and warm. And if you stir too aggressively, I've actually blown the side out on the cup, you know, because I get a little bit excited, I guess. And this will hold the heat for a long time. That's another thing you got to take into consideration. What I like to do with my toast, it's already sweet, but hey, let's throw some honey on it. And there's a little hole right want to show you some cool stuff here that I really like. What I like to do, oop, that's the wrong side. This is ground cinnamon, but just cinnamon is, this is a little less powdery than I would have hoped for, but it was on sale. But I put some cinnamon on my toast, because cinnamon helps your body to not digest, but when you have sugar in your body, the cinnamon will help your body to I don't know what the word would be. It helps your body use the sugar that's in your blood system. All right, this is called PB2 powdered peanut butter. Okay, peanut butter it's so easy to use way too much peanut butter. A single serving of peanut butter is, I think it's 200 calories. Let me see if I got one in here. And let me get my Cool Rays because I can't see that. Ooh, Natural Jif. If you read the ingredients on Natural Jif, it's made from peanuts, sugar, palm oil, and less than 2% of salt. And it has molasses. That's all that's in that. If you go look at regular Jif, holy crap, it's like the label, the ingredients is as big as this. But okay, we got 2 tablespoons is 190 calories. Well, guess what? You're going to be hard pressed to use just 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons isn't very much. Okay, so we got this. See if I can get it to come up. First I got to find it. It's also 2 tablespoons. I got a reflection there. I've done it. But anyway, I'll turn it. It's 50 calories. So, and it's in a powder form. I haven't done this in a while, so we'll get her. Okay, I usually get it all over the place, but I just put a little bit in the middle there, and it tastes just like peanut butter. It's just like having peanut butter toast with 150 less calories. That's per serving if you can get 1 serving on your toast. And of course, I have explained in other videos that I like to make my toast like a taco so it stays in there. Now if you look at that, I don't know if you can see it or not, that coconut oil has a tendency to soak through. It'll soak through the bread if there's a little hole or something like that. So I'm going to put this like so. For traveling, I'm not going to be traveling for a little bit because I've still got, oh man. And just a second, it's getting ready to come up. I've still got about 40 minutes before I have to go. Now on the oatmeal, I used to put Hershey's cocoa in this, or cacao, cocoa. There's a proper pronunciation that in America we call it cocoa, but it's like cacao or something like that is the actual pronunciation. But you can take the cinnamon, put a little cinnamon in your oatmeal too, and it's not so bad. So I'm going to do that. Just liven it up. But putting the cocoa in there was good too, because it made it. Cocoa, I think, also helps your body metabolize. I don't know if that's the right word. Metabolize sugar, but it's good for your heart. Cocoa is, and I don't know. Do a little research on that. There's really big benefits to consuming cocoa and dark chocolates. So now this This is pretty thick. Usually I don't make it this thick, but usually I use a third of a cup, and I'll put a heaping third of a cup rather than a half a cup of the oatmeal, of the quick oats, because my buddy Robin, or Chili Pepper, he used to be a cook in the Army, and they had terminology in the kitchens for how to make things. When they make the oatmeal, sometimes he said they would make it loose, or they would be making soup and it would be a little thick, and put more water in it and make it looser, or loosen it up. So usually I like to make it a little thinner than this, and then I can just drink it while I'm going down the road. So, but we'll give it a shot ski here. This is with cinnamon and stuff. Whoa, that's hot. It's hot and in my beard. Oh, but that's so good. And this is peanut butter toast. Now the Hawaiian bread is 80 calories, and like if you get those, the really nice loaves of bread with I think, who makes them? Brownsville, or Millie's, Aunt Millie's will make it. They make that really good bread that's like the 12 grain, 15 grain breads, or those are 110 calories per slice. And a single serving, guess what a single serving of bread is? It's not, I'll show you in print, so you know I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't lie to you intentionally. Oh, come on, baby. A single serving is one slice. One slice. Right there. So, every time you have two slices, and I think the reason that we have two slices of toast is because there's two slots in the toaster, and it seems a waste to heat up one side of the toaster and not have anything in it. So anyway, this would be, if it, let's just assume that it's the Aunt Millie's 12 grain bread, which is what I would buy, or Brownville, or whatever, and that would be 110 calories plus 200 calories for or 180 calories for the peanut butter. So already we'd be at 380 calories just on peanut butter toast on one slice. So that's scary. So you'd have 220 calories plus 400 calories, plus if you put the butter on there too, I don't know what a little thing of butter would be, and who's going to put one little teeny square of butter on their toast if they're scooping it out of a big bunch of butter. So anyways, peanut butter toast, just peanut butter toast, 220, 200, 400, so that's 520 plus whatever the butter is, which I'm sure is going to be around another 100 calories, so 620 calories just for 2 pieces of peanut butter toast. So anyway, but I'll try this one, then we'll call it in the morning. Super, very nicely. It's got that peanut butter toast flavor with 1/4 of the calories. And I don't know how close I came to measuring it out. I guess I'll make a peanut butter toast video and break it down a little better. But anyways, Waffle House. Oh Lordy, that's good coffee. That's Tim Hortons coffee. You guys know I make that. So, alrighty. On that happy note, oatmeal in a cup on the road. Like I said, you can make this in I mean, you're looking at 10 minutes, maybe you can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes down the road, however long it took for that water to heat up and make the toast, and you can be down the road eating breakfast while you're driving, of course. But if you're in a pinch and you gotta go on short notice, that's a good breakfast, and it's like I said, it can be made in a timely fashion. So alrighty, hey, have a wonderful day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Got a lot of fun stuff out there. So alrighty, have a great day. Good morning, everybody. I don't know where I'm at. Matter of fact, I should figure it out before I start talking. I talked in a previous video about my refrigerator and having it on a what do you call them things? Having it on a